Hi, this is Sean Darrington, Senior Director of Product Management. And in this short how-to video, I wanted to share with everybody how to configure port groups for different types of traffic that are going to be accessing the information in your OneBlox cluster, whether that be management traffic or data traffic. And if you want to isolate one or the other, you can certainly do so. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do it through the web console. There's going to be another video following this that you will be able to see how to do it through command line if you have a console access to the OneBlox. So let's get started. So I've already logged into my OneSystem account, and you can see I have 3 different services. So depending upon your organization, you may only have one service. But I'm going to go ahead and click into my OneBlox system here, and then you can see I've got a number of rings. Different ones are configured. I'm going to go ahead and select the Paris cluster. Now this is one of the things that we've introduced relatively recently, where when you navigate to the OneBlox view, you see the drives as well as the rear view. You can see here I have the port groups, and this is just configured right now with management. If I click on the IP address, that'll actually open up the web console directly. So I'm going to go ahead and log in here. The default is admin config, and after you log in, you're going to be prompted to change that password. I've already logged in, so obviously I didn't get prompted for that. So this is the main overview here, and you can see the default is to have a single bond 0 for all network port groups. This is going to be for all 1 gig as well as 10 gig ports on your OneBlox. The option for statically assigning an IP address and everything is also here. You can also do DHCP if you'd like. Your MAC addresses are listed in this window here. This is the one that's active. I only have one Ethernet connection connected to my OneBlox, so you can see that information there. Now when you scroll down, you can see we also have different options now. As long as you're running 2.14 and later, you'll be able to select different bond modes. The default is ALB, so if you have just a couple connections to the same switch, that's one option. You can also do an active backup if you want to use redundant switches for availability, or if you have a single switch that supports LACP, or if you have stackable switches and you want to set up link aggregation groups, you can do that by selecting this. Additionally, you can choose jumbo frames or standard, and this is all part of the same bond 0. So here I have one port group. All traffic is going to be using that same network. Now I can select different port groups. I can have a management network, which is going to be the 2 1 gig cards. I'm going to switch here to the view within OneSystem. The 2 1 gig cards are over here on the right hand side. Those are going to be used for the management network, and I can statically assign an IP address as well as net masking gateway for that. The bond mode and MTUs can also be selected for that management network, and I'm going to go ahead and select LACP here, and let's just say that we want to do, well, let's keep it standard, and then on the data network, let's change it to do something different. So now on the data network, you can see I have to enter fields here, so 10.20.80.13 is available, and the net mask, do that, and there is no gateway for the data network. That data network is on a non-routable network, so this is going to be grayed out, and that's not going to matter. That may be displayed in OneSystem depending upon your software version as the same as your management gateway, but don't worry about that being anything. That's not going to cause any errors as far as the configuration. If you have a DNS server, you can do that, and let's do LACP and jumbo as I said, and you can leave NTP if you'd like, or if, depending on the network, if you don't need it, that's fine. So now you can click save, and this is going to save that configuration. And now the 10 gig ports are going to be in a bond 1. Those are going to be the 2 10 gig base T. I'm going to switch to OneSystem here. These are the two 10 gig base T. If I ordered the SFP Plus option, there would be another card shown here on the rear OneBlox. These 2 10 gig ports are also part of the bond 1 for the data management, the data port group. The 2 1 gig are still part of the management port group. So now that's going to go ahead and save and finish the configuration, and now I can have 2 different VLANs, a 192 as you see here for my management network, and I can have a completely isolated and separate network, for example for a backup network or for my VMware network that's closed. That would be on the 10.20.80, and both types of traffic would be accessing over those physical interfaces, whether it be 1 gig or 10 gig. And that's how you configure the port groups within the OneBlox 4312 through the web console. Thanks for watching.